up to the upper level of the tower, out through the window, which is where you guys came into this whole place from. And that's what we can see in the map. No, because the door is underground.
Oh, okay.
So you came in through a window into the second floor of a tower. The third floor is all rickety and broken in the back.
Gotcha.
The first floor is where you ran into some rooms and, well, you went into the center and then came in through the first door and the first floor.
Mm-hmm.
And ran into all the guard rooms. And then you ran into the 3 lieutenants that the berserker killed with the help of a restaurant. And those 3 lieutenants you've killed twice now as zombies.
Terrible.
Can I parlay with my comrades in arms?
Absolutely.
I would like to ask you all, what would you like to do next? What's our next move?
Well, I think we're going to dispose of these bodies and try to get back to our home village.
Well, we're going to dispose of these bodies and then do a ritual to help get 2 of us unpossessed.
That's right.
Oh,
Exorcism.
okay.
That's the actual reason you're coming up out of the tower, is to get to the water, so you can summon the naiad. And with the naiad and at this point, probably a fetch with 1 magic point. Do spirit battle to exorcise these passion spirits.
I'm getting out my special Cults of Prax book, that even though it totally ignored me in this book. And I'm wondering if any of you are experts on the fire rune or know about fire.
That would be me. My
Okay.
fire rune is pretty good. I'm at a 68.
So is it disrespectful, or is there some reason, and this is completely in character, this is Subutai talking, what reason do we have not to just burn these bodies?
Time, materials.
Right. We talked about burning them, I think, and we decided that we didn't have any way to quickly burn them like Engolar just said. And it would be the quickest thing to do would be to feed them to the crocodile. But if you have a fire source handy, I would prefer to burn them than to throw them to the crocodile. I just don't have a good way of doing it.
Yeah, the bodies themselves are not exactly flammable, so you'd have to have a fuel source to burn the bodies.
Roger.
But it was a good question to ask.
Yes, definitely.
Now, let's not forget that there's the wall that the serpent came through. Beyond that, we have not investigated.
Correct.
So before we leave, we might think about going down there and investigating that chamber.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course,
So,
just keeping in mind that I no longer have an axe to fight with, only a dagger.
Or a spear.
I could use a spear, but my dagger is like 3 times higher than my spear ability.
okay, well then let's go on with our plans and to dispose of the bodies in the water, and then go to. Are you saying, Davin? Are you saying that you'd like to go investigate that space first thing after we get rid of the bodies? Is that what you're proposing?
Yeah, I think we should investigate before we leave.
Dispose of the bodies, do the exorcism, then investigate. But of course, we have this creature coming towards us out of the swamp that we have to do before any of these others.
Well, the good news is we're outside, and I'm an excellent shot outside.
Yep, get ready.
Yes, I'm going to say you better get ready. As we said offline, this is very scary that there's this creature that is able to function by itself in the upland marsh. We don't know what it is, but the fact that it's out there by itself is
Only
relatively
one.
scary.
Indeed. So, I mean, just to be perfectly obvious, I would definitely have my bow and arrow out, ready to fire. But we have a problem of getting the bodies out, right? Or is that not an issue?
The zombie bodies?
Yeah.
I've assumed the zombie bodies have already been pulled out of the tower. That's what this pile of characters are.
All right.
So you're pulling the bodies out. People are passing things up. You're dragging and pulling and pushing and finally get it all out. And everybody climbs through the window to get outside. And you're getting ready to set up this exorcism thing, right? And that's when everybody hears something moving through the marsh, coming towards you.
Okay.
By the way, Mr. GM, was there a possibility of my picking up a composite bow and some arrows?
Yes.
Between now and or between when I broke my axe and now.
Yeah, there was that room where you were looking for spears and stuff. There were bows and arrows in there as well.
Okay, cool. I have picked that up because I'm not bad with composite bow.
Okay.
So
do you have a quiver? Because there are no quivers in there, just like a barrel with sheaves of arrows in it.
Question.
Okay, I would say
one of the zombies that we fought was an archer.
That's
Did
true.
that zombie not have a quiver?
I do know that Subutai took that quiver.
Yes, Subutai's.
Well, what I was trying to say too is that I have more than enough arrows for the two of us until we get back to civilization. At which time you could pay me back.
Because he snagged a bunch out of that barrel.
Yeah, I have 40. Because I've actually been tracking every single arrow that I have. I have 48.
I'm going to say I grabbed a few arrows that I could just like stick in my belt, and if I run out of arrows, I'll borrow some from Subutai.
Okay.
I'm hoping that I will not have to do a lot of.
He's got 2 quivers. Just take one of the quivers.
I've got tons.
Okay.
That stuff we can discuss as you guys are coming up and moving bodies and stuff. So we've got time to do that.
Okay. Thank you. I will do that then.
And just one other thought. Are you really going to charge him for arrows that he shoots out of the quiver?
No, that's absolutely
that you
something.
Picked up in here.
That's absolutely something my character would say for sure.
Okay, well, I'm absolutely saying, what the hell? if I have to carry extra quiver or extra arrows in my belt so that he doesn't have to compensate you for arrows that you took from here, I will do that.
I think it's great role playing that my character would consider that important, that arrows have that much importance to him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, I have to be honest, guys. Like, I haven't really seen
neither the player nor the character has a problem with it.
No, I mean, I don't like. I've not used money that much at all in the game, so I think I'm just trying to role play. I'm looking for opportunities to role play. That's all. It's not like I'm trying to stick it to a fellow player.
Which is why I said neither the player nor the character has a problem with it.
And one of the reasons you haven't had to use a lot.
I'm probably not even going to live to see the town.
One of the reasons you haven't had to use a lot of money is because there's a lot of in-kind support going on. You stay at the temple, or when you got to the village, you were staying initially with Grandma Duck, and then you did pay for the rooms in the inn before you got kidnapped. But after that, you're staying in the troll's house, that kind of thing, right?
It's not a criticism. I mean, it's not a criticism. I mean, I don't think any one game does all things. It's nothing wrong with it. It's great. I mean, I'm having fun. It wasn't a criticism.
You had a war game?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we hear something coming towards us in the marsh from that direction. Oh, I just point some things out here. Obviously, these are all the characters, right? This is the pile of zombie bodies. This is the destroyed boat. This is another boat. This is the ramp itself. This is kind of the hillish area, so this is all kind of muck. And this is the water, and there are some trees out there.
What was that, the last thing that you
Trees.
said?
The blue is water,
Trees.
and the brown things are trees.
The brown things are trees, okay.
Same as in the tent. What do you guys want to do? A restaurant.
Hey, wait,
Oh,
hang
what?
on. You say we hear something,
Yes.
and now we're in segments. So
Not
what is it?
necessarily segments. You hear noise. What are you guys going to do?
Okay.
Yes, we're peering. I am peering off into to where I heard the noise. I'm trying to determine what it is.
Okay.
What
I'm going to
time-
get a bow and arrow out and cock it towards the sound of the noise.
Okay.
Be ready to fire.
And Grolar?
I'm grabbing a body and dragging it to the water.
Yep.
Okay. David?
I'm looking toward I'm looking around. Yes, generally in the direction of the noise, but also that could be a distraction, and the real attack is going to come from somewhere else, like above or from the sides, or God knows. I'm just, where is it? Where is it coming from?
There's a reason
Good.
there's trees.
Good idea.
Yeah. Stavros, what's your intention?
I'll also be dragging bodies.
Okay. So, do you want to just drag bodies down, or do you want to drag them down the ramp?
Does it look like I can roll them down the slope into the water? Or are they going to get hung up in the muck?
The slope is not that steep that they would roll all the way down to the water.
Why don't you and Savros work together? Each grab one end of one body and kind of swing it, then throw it out.
Yeah, we'll do it over here on the right side because it's only about 2 meters to the water's edge.
Okay.
Grab one, drag it over, then the two of us toss it.
Okay.
I don't want to fight these guys for the third time.
That seems to be the way that I would think between the two of you guys, you could probably pitch them pretty far.
Now, you have not stripped these bodies yet of armor. Weapons, yeah, it's not a problem.
Well, I thought we had plenty of time to do that.
Yeah,
I would have stripped them of the armor and just left the armor behind. We want to make them as light as possible.
Uh-oh. Brian's locked up.
No, I'm thinking.
Oh, okay.
Because my understanding of there was a question at one point about the armor and equipment of the people you've killed.
Mm-hmm.
Do we still have that or not?
Right. And I think we kept what we wanted and left what we did, is what I think.
Well, then,
But I certainly got the impression that the bodies we were carrying around were stripped because that would have been just excess waste or excess weight.
okay, so we want to take.
anything of value.
Well, who's carrying
Arms, armor. If we
I don't
can
have
return things
I
of
don't-
personal value to family members, we would do that. I would be interested in doing that.
Yeah, and you can put it in the boat.
Yeah, I have no desire to be lugging armor around, was my point.
Well, what if it's armor that has some quality to it?
Like the lieutenants.
Yeah, most of the guards were out.
If the armor is valuable enough for that, it's better than something that somebody already has and they can wear it.
Yeah,
But I'm also switching it out.
I want my gold plate armor. That's what
But
You haven't come across any gold
if
plate
it's
armor yet.
not immediately usable by any of us, unless somebody has the excess capacity to carry it.
That's what boats are for.
Mm-hmm.
I like the idea
Yeah,
of taking
so
personal
that's
effects so
true.
we can prove to the chieftain that the lieutenants and everybody were corrupted.
So I'll let you all work that out. Do you want to have, speaking out of character, do you want to have the GM go through what everything was, and we can just say we're keeping this and we're not keeping that? Is that going to be the best way to handle it?
I thought people took what they wanted already. That was what my recollection was.
I kind of thought the same.
Yes, we already took what we wanted.
There you go.
So you have written down somewhere
I didn't take
the
any.
stuff you
Correct,
took.
We
Yes,
don't
sir.
know that because we don't know what's on the bodies. I don't know how we would have an inventory since we haven't
Yeah,
taken
there's been no
inventory yet.
discussion on what are these guys wearing, what do they have.
Except prior to pulling the bodies out, there was discussion about taking stuff that was of interest and or value. Part of that
That's what I
question
recall.
had to do with the zombies rising up again and attacking us and being equipped.
My coffee.
So at the very least, we didn't want them rising up again and having a bunch of gear that they're now going to use against us again.
That's true.
So there was that discussion.
So
Yeah,
Bruce,
I have in my notes weapons that I acquired here in this dungeon that I didn't have before.
So Bruce, do you want Brian just to go down the list of what's available and have us say
Well,
what we keep and not keep?
that has not occurred. All that has happened, as far as I am aware, was the discussion that we fought these guys. We fought them again on that second time. We stripped them down at that time because we didn't want to fight them again armored and with weapons. And then we fought them again and they've got more armor and weapons. So I'm pretty sure that there was that discussion. I do recall having that discussion that we had fought them, we stripped them down, and they came back and they were again armed and armored. So I do not believe that we are pulling them out of the tower to throw them into the swamp with arms and armor attached to their bodies. That doesn't make sense to me.
I
Okay.
concur.
Okay.
Okay. I'm happy with that.
And then we can just discuss offline what you guys want to keep. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
For the survivors.
Mhm.
The
Is
rest,
there any?
Yeah, they all be, they all become OBE anyway.
Arrestra, David, and Subutai. Scan rolls.
I fail.
I have a success. It's close to a special success, but I don't think. Let me see. Oh, it is a special success. I have a special success.
Okay.
I have a success.
Okay. David, you do not see anything up in the sky or coming from either side of the tower kind of thing. That all seems to be clear. Arrestra, there is something in the water moving this way, excuse me, that looks to be like a squid or an octopus, but it's on the surface of the water.
Okay. I point what's making the noise and what I see. So there's what's making the noise, It looks like a squid walking on the water. That doesn't sound good to me. I'm going to get out this composite bow and arrow and start taking shots at it.
Okay.
I'm going to say Subutai, shoot it.
I don't see anything. You'll have to point it out to me.
Oh, he did. Or she did.
That's what I'm doing. I'm pointing it out to you, saying, there's what's making the noise. It's an octopus floating on the water. Subutai, shoot it.
Well, I would do so as soon as it became clear to me what I was shooting at. Or if you wanted me to make some kind of a roll at a disadvantage or something, I'm happy to do that. What time of day is it again?
Good question.
It is the wee hours of the morning.
Oh, well then, yeah, I can probably see somewhat okay.
Good night. The machine
Like
is-
pre-dawn.
Oh, okay. And I took the trash out.
Ah, interesting. I love that.
Took the trash out.
Oh, thank you. And the dog is here. She's been outside, hasn't she?
Yeah.
She's been in and out. All right. She doesn't go out again. She's in your chair. Come in later if you want to.
Maybe this big squid was carnivorous and will eat these zombie bodies.
Maybe.
So much for that.
We will
Squids are carnivorous.
give them.
Meaning they eat dead things as well as live things.
Okay. Excuse me, sorry. Okay, so she's putting over there. Subutai. Have to come out so we can see where she's pointing.
Mhm. How
Yes,
far?
absolutely. I would do that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can only see 7 meters from here, so it's not.
As heave one body out.
So it's coming from basically the right-hand side, the same side we're throwing the bodies.
Yes, it is.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, that'll work. Okay, so Subutai, go ahead and take 2 shots. The rest will take 1.
$18 out of 94. And a 60 out of 94. So 2 hits.
18's a special.
Yes. Do you want location or?
I do need a location.
Yes,
And
sir.
go ahead and roll.
Location is 19.
Don't roll a d20.
Okay.
Roll a d8.
Yes, sir. 8.
Oh, okay.
Should I roll the second one?
Nope. Go ahead and roll damage. Now you know what an impale does with your bow, right? Oh, do you have the strength for a composite bow?
No, I have a I'm using my self bow. I'm not using
okay.
a composite. Yeah. Yeah. It's I don't know what a special is. Regular is 1d6 plus 1.
Okay, so special with a bow is called an impale, and it does max weapon damage. So you'll do a d6 plus 1 plus 7. Or a d6 plus 8. 13?
Yeah, max damage is a d6 plus 1, that's 7. You said plus 6, correct? Or do I have to roll?
You roll the
You
d6
roll.
plus 1,
All right,
and then we
got
add
it.
7.
Got it. I rolled 5, so that's 6 plus 7. 13.
Okay.
That's gonna get us attention.
No, I'm working on my strength. It'll get there someday. Right now it's just 11. Someday it's just 11 now. Yeah, I look forward to mastering the longbow.
Yeah. I look forward to you mastering the longbow too.
Yes, that will be awesome. I hope I survive to have another cat someday. No time to die.
Cost 2. Okay.
No Time to Die, which I'm glad I saw in the theater. Bruce, did you need me to make any rolls for that second shot or no?
No.
Okay.
Because of that first shot, went into the head of the squid thing, and it sunk down underneath the water.
Oh, beautiful.
So
Yeah. A lot of my skills are lost when we go underground.
yeah. Fortunately, we're
Yeah,
not
it's,
underground anymore.
it's like I'm lost when I'm away from water.
Right.
I feel
Oh, we're-
vulnerable leaving the city.
Part of
Going out your front door is dangerous.
It can be. It can be. Okay, so
yeah, that's part of what the whole idea of the different cults is you have different strengths and weaknesses.
I feel like the dice gods have a different standard of cruelty towards Devin and formerly Lars than they do for the rest of us.
okay, so Arestra, you saw this arrow pierce right into the head of that squid thing, and it blah 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 went down. So you don't even need to shoot.
Great.
On top of the fact that you don't have a target anymore.
Great.
Okay, so we get back to heaving bodies into the marsh. That was rather anticlimactic.
No, it wasn't. That was beautiful. I think we should make haste, honestly. I think this is an unsafe place.
You need calamari.
Let's quick get the rest of these bodies tossed in the marsh.
Okay.
I'm going to help as well.
Yeah, that won't be a problem. Everybody helps grab a couple bodies or together grab a body and heave it out there. And now we need to move into the exorcism.
Yep.
I was about ready to call the Naiad even for this combat because it,
Well,
Yeah,
once
she
you
could
get
have.
here, you could ask her to go investigate the
see if
squid
it's still
head.
alive. Maybe it's gonna
Exactly.
sneak up on us.
Well, I think it's dead. The question is, what was it?
Yeah, what was that? I'd like to know as well.
Can
All
she
right,
bring it to us? Bring us the body.
So rune magic.
We can ask the Naiad after we summon her.
If we do the exorcism.
Or we can summon her, ask her about the other thing,
That's
just in case it isn't really dead and is about to crawl under the water and pop up right in front of us.
Yeah, I don't know if it is dead. I'm nervous here.
And then after we've asked her that, we can get on with the
Exorcism.
Yes, the other thing.
exorcism.
Okay, Eberlar,
yes.
make your room magic roll. Burn your 2 points.
So I got a room magic. I can either choose movement or water, I guess, right?
That is correct.
Got a better chance with movement, and I can try to like do a passion for
Yeah.
my river god.
Sure, yeah.
And then if I make that, then that adds something to my rune attempt.
That is correct, yeah.
All right, so this is my passion. So it's D100, right?
Yep.
I rolled a 58. I succeed.
Okay, so that gives you a plus 20 to your rune roll.
So I need a 97. And I rolled a 41. So
Okay. Earn you 2 points.
Burning my 2.
Is there some place particular in the water you want to be near, or you just want to be where you are there?
I think I'll walk down the ramp away from the dead bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Rune points used 3. Okay. And I will ask her. So I have 2 favors. First is we just fought this octopus or squid.
The first thing she'll say, though, when she appears, is she'll do, "Ugh, where have you brought me?"
This is a tainted place, is it not?
Yes.
So I described this squid octopus thing that's 20, 30 meters off that way.
Mm-hmm.
Can you check to see is it indeed dead, or is it going to attack us?
Bring us its corpse.
Do we want the corpse? Okay.
It'd be interesting to know what it is.
Oh yeah, can you identify it for us? That's my first request. The second request is my 3 friends here. 3 friends or 2?
I believe 2 of us are possessed.
2 are
Yeah.
They're possessed of passion spirits, and I want them dismissed, eradicated, sent away. Help me free my friends.
We have her character sheet on here somewhere, don't we?
We do.
But it's not in the character sheet channel, is it? I didn't see it.
No, I think it was put up in the
Oh, no,
general.
there it is. I see it.
Is it in character sheets?
It's in the character sheets, yep.
Arini?
Yep,
Yeah.
Arini.
Yep.
Too many glasses.
Do I have trifocals?
Not for these. These are just reading glasses. The $10 pair you buy at CVS.
Oh. Yeah.
I do have the progressive change lesson lens thing in my car for when I drive. These are actually pretty good. I can see both screens with these on. Okay, so Angrolar, go ahead and make a percentile roll.
Angular?
Yep, for her.
For her.
Yep.
D100. I rolled a massive 31.
Oh.
There's that.
She will come back and say, she'll say that she cannot move it. It is much too big. And that it is a chaos creature.
There's many.
I'll look at Subutai with some impression.
Somebody hates chaos around here, don't they?
Oh yes, I've grown to hate it by association.
I don't have any hate passions.
I'll say, I'm sorry guys, but I thought that was a Telmori vampire, and I hate Telmori vampires.
That would be a very, very bad thing.
It would be very bad.
Yeah. So
Sure, an arrow to the head would kill
could
it.
you tell us what it was?
I got scared there.
She does not know the name
Okay,
that you would know it by. She just knows that it is a chaos creature.
okay. And it's dead.
That's a good question. I'd love to know the answer to that.
But it's dead, yeah. She's too big to move.
Okay, on to the exorcism.
I
It
still think this
seems
is
to
a
be
dangerous place.
unconscious.
Yeah, I don't think it's dead.
Just a minute. The GM just says it seems to be unconscious, but we don't know for sure that it's dead.
Yep.
Well, I don't think it's dead personally.
So I don't have any more room points to cast breathe underwater to go kill it. So
Well, if it's unconscious and defenseless, can't she kill it?
Right. Can
Oh.
she finish off for us, please? I'll make sure it's dead. Cut its head off.
mhm.
She will say, because you rolled so well, she knows a little bit about this creature, that it's one of those, this sort of creature cannot be killed.
Okay.
Wow.
I know I've heard of such chaos creatures.
Okay, we really got to go. We really have to make haste here because
Right.
I don't know how to kill something that cannot be killed.
Agreed.
You knock it
So-
unconscious and get out of there.
So let's get on with the exorcism so we can leave before it regains its senses.
Okay. And the plan was to gang up on one passion spirit at a time,
Right.
correct?
Sure. I have good spirit combat. If I get pulled in, I'll definitely try to help.
I have better than average.
Well, I'm the one that's possessed. I can use all the help I can get.
Savros,
Me,
I don't know how these exorcisms work. We're going to find out.
what's your spirit lore skill?
Mine?
No, Savros.
The spirit lore skill?
yeah, spirit expert.
Where would you find spirit lore?
It's a magic skill.
Oh,
It's
Yeah,
a
it is
skill.
a magic skill. 55.
Go ahead and roll
magic
that.
Skill. 55 is great.
Yeah,
Mine's 5.
mine's 10.
One sec. I have to open up the chat bar. I don't have dice. There we go. Okay. Oh, that's an 87.
Okay. So you don't know much about what you think these things may be.
I thought somebody just made a check and determined that they were passion spirits.
I've been calling them that because that's what they are.
Oh, okay.
We just know they're passively possessing the two players. So which one do you want to attack first? David or Rescar?
Let's go with David.
Okay.
I agree.
David.
I have my.
Okay, so both of you need, both Savros and Angrelar for Arena need to roll spirit combat skill.
Do you have arenas? I don't.
I'm checking to see if it's on the sheet.
I tried to open it, didn't. Okay.
Don't forget he has to discorporate. I don't know what that costs to do, but
Well, he can actually use his fetch, which is already discorporate, to do the attack through. And at this point, it would have at least one magic point, so it's conscious. Oh, which reminds me. Get myself strapped down. Okay, so
Okay, Rene.
she needs to stay within how far of water? 10 meters. She needs to stay with less than 10 meters. So do you want to bring her up on the beach here?
Well, I just called her up on the ramp, so yeah, the whole area is not 10 meters, is it?
No, that'd be 10 hexes.
All right, I'm looking.
Okay, so you two are right here.
Spirit screen.
We're doing David first, right? And then Subutai and Arestra. Do you guys want to be like watching out?
Yes, sir. And I am also ready to assist if needed in any kind of spirit magic.
So I'm looking.
Let's kind of divide this up. You keep an eye out on one side, and I'll keep the eye out on the other side.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah,
How's that?
I'm gonna have my bow and arrow out.
Yeah, me too.
Sounds good.
So I'm looking at the chart. I don't see spirit magic listed. I see the damage she does if she hits, but I don't see what the.
You're looking at her sheet right now?
Yeah.
Okay, you see where you got your hit location chart? Her hit location chart, right? You go down, it says damage bonus.
Right.
Right below it says spirit combat, strike rank 12.
Right.
Then it says 2d6 plus 3.
That's the damage.
And then 132.
Oh, 132 is her.
That's her percentage. Yeah.
Okay. 96 for a fist, 139 for dodge. Pretty lithe.
She's actually very well experienced. That's why her skills are so high.
Yeah.
Okay, I see it.
Okay, so Sevros, do you have your numbers?
For what?
Spirit combat.
All of them? How many do I need?
Oh, you need damage. You need your skill percentage with it.
And what else? Is that it?
Well, you need to track your magic points because that's how the damage is going to come across if you take damage.
Okay.
And for Irini, it's magic points, right? Keep track of magic points.
Yep, she's got 24.
Right.
That's right below her room.
Yep, I see that.
Yeah. There was some discussion board stuff I had heard about in reference to spirit magic that says if you tie, but it's not a critical success in both cases, that nothing happens. You only do damage to both if it's a critical success tie. Does that sound familiar to anybody?
No, not for me. I don't know. That'd be from Bruce and Mike.
Yeah, there's a discussion in the Spirit Combat paragraph where it's possible that both can be winners, that is, both do damage, or one or none.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So if you do a tie, it's going to do damage to both, right? Is that how you read it?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
It has to do with success. If both are
success levels.
Both do correct.
Yep.
Both do damage.
Okay.
But if one's special and one's normal, then
only the special does damage. Yep.
Okay. So 132.
So Engrilar and Savros go ahead and make rolls. David, I need you to make a roll with a 100% skill.
Okay, I got a normal success.
So did I.
37.
So it's all normal successes.
Yeah, and I did 11 damage.
But this is a tie, right? We're all tied.
On the success level, yeah.
If it's a succeed.
Yeah, everybody had a normal success.
Which, according to just previous discussion, means both parties take damage, right?
Oh, okay.
I believe so.
Let me double check just to make sure I'm doing that right. It's not
2d6 plus 3. Let's see if this works. So 6 plus 3 plus 3. Yeah, 6, 9, 12.
And you can fumble in spirit combat, by the way. There is a chart for that.
All right, so I succeeded and got 12 points of damage.
How? Oh, does she do a ton of damage?
Yeah, she does.
She does
Okay,
2d6.
so I was like, wait a second.
2d6 plus 3.
Oh wow, yeah, that is quite a bit. I don't do that much.
And I rolled a 6 and a 3, so 6, 3 is 9 plus 3 is 12. Yep. That'll hurt. So is...
Well, this is where it gets
Even
confusing.
rolling.
If you look at the tie, a tie where both participants succeed, it says but, it should be and. Receive the same quality of result. Means the situation is temporarily unresolved. This is where that discussion stuff is all coming in play. Because it goes on to say that if both participants rolled a critical success, the result is a tie. It should have another and. Both parties do spirit damage to each other. So it's either unresolved or both do damage. It's only both do damage if it's a critical success on both parties.
Is that how we're going with it?
So
Let's play with it that way just to see how long it takes.
Okay, so all three of us succeeded.
So it's a tie unresolved.
So we just keep rolling till someone gets a special,
Or somebody fails.
or someone fails. Okay.
So
go ahead and make another dice roll.
Okay, round 2.
Yep.
Successful.
Success.
Success.
But not a special. Okay?
So for me, a special is 20%, right?
Right. So
And
for
then
you, it would be...
A crit is 5%?
Yep.
5? Okay. So for me, it's 26 and then half of 13. 6. Okay.
You should be 28. Oh, wait, 130 what?
132.
Oh, 132. Yes, you're right. 26 and then
26
7.
and 6. Okay. Okay, so that round was...
That was round 2 that we just did.
Round 2, no damage.
Correct.
So are there 3 combatants or 2 combatants?
There are 3 combatants. You're ganging up on it.
Oh, so there's a possibility that...
Well, it gets to defend against both.
Right, so it's just, it could succeed against one and fail against another. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's true. You should be rolling twice, David.
Okay.
We'll watch for the first 2, but...
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Round 3?
Round 3.
Another success.
Success.
And David. Ooh,
96.
that is a failure. And the second one?
Isn't that a fumble?
No, it's just an automatic failure. And then a success. So, Arena gets to do damage to the spirit.
All right, so 2d6 plus 3?
Yep.
2d6 plus 3. 11 points of damage.
Okay. All right, next round.
Round 4. Normal success.
Success.
1 normal success, 1 crit.
Okay.
5. This guy's got 100%
Yep,
to hit.
it does.
Just
So, Savros is going to take 2d6 plus 3 magic points damage. Davros. Or David. That's Davros is from Doctor Who. That's why it sounds so familiar.
Savros.
Yeah.
Davros?
Yeah. So
Who's
Daven
Davros?
needs to roll 2d6 plus 3, and Savros
that's
is going to take that much magic point damage.
Wow, this is
2d6 plus 3.
Yep.
just
Ouch.
like
Yeah.
my spirit. Ooh, nasty.
It was a tough one.
All right.
So how many magic points do you have, Savros?
Well, in spirit combat, I have 26 by myself, and with my fetch, I have more.
Magic points?
How much magic points? Yeah, when in spirit combat.
Oh.
I took that shaman feat thing. It doubles your spirit combat mana points.
Oh, okay. Your fetch only has 1. So just leave him out of it.
Okay.
So take that 13 from your 26.
Give me the 10. Oh, it is plus 3. Yeah.
Yeah, that hurt.
So it's been hurt and we've been
Yeah.
hurt.
If I get hit again, that's gonna knock me unconscious. Well, actually, I'd have one more. So if it does 13 to me, I wouldn't go unconscious because I've got the one from fetch keeping me awake.
So that your fetch would go unconscious.
Yeah, it would take the last. It would take the point for me.
Okay, next round.
Round 5.
Yes.
Come on. Ooh, I missed a crit by 1. That's special.
I just got a normal success.
32 and a 97.
Okay, so it's going to take damage from both of them.
So for a special, what do you do for a special on spirit combat?
It's just a superior success, so it's just normal spirit combat damage.
Yeah, if you remind me what that is that the max plus the die roll?
No, there's no special damage. It was a superior success, so you're going to do damage.
Oh, okay. It's just I did better. Okay, so it's the 2d6 plus 3.
Yep.
Takes 8 more.
And then Savros does how much?
10.
Okay, that does it. It is compromised. It departs into the spirit world. Daven, you are free.
Yay, thank you.
Yay!
Can you give any spirit magic?
I would like to thank Found Child for this miraculous act.
Okay, so Daven will take over spotter duty, and Arestra comes in and gets ganged up on.
Well, I don't know.
So
I
Arestra,
guess
I'll need you to roll percentile twice. Also with 100%. And then Arene, Inglar for Arene, and then Savros.
okay, round 1.
Round 1.
Normal success.
Normal success.
And Arestra.
Chance.
My first one is a normal success, and my second one is a critical. Hot 1.
Okay, so
Ugh.
Let me make sure that's a 1 and not a 0. No, that's a 0.
oh, so it was a 100?
It's 100.
Oh, that means it's a fumble.
Ooh.
Right.
I guess the fetch
There's
is
the 1 over here, and there's not a 0 on it.
the fetch is
It's
really.
one of those dice with a funky symbol.
Ah.
Symbol's a 0.
So you rolled 0-0. Okay.
I did.
I did that once before. Oh, I got a crit. Nope, you got a fumble.
Exactly.
Shoot. Excuse me.
So I do 2D. Oh, no. What was your first one?
It was a success.
2 successes?
It's a normal success and then a fumble.
So Savros does the damage.
I do the damage, yeah.
Yep. And then Arestra needs to roll percentile.
Okay.
So it's just automatic damage. Yeah, there's no critical damage. That's right.
Another 10 damage.
Nice.
And I rolled a 95.
95.
95.
Holy cow!
What can I say?
Roll a d6.
Roll a d6. I rolled a 5.
Oh, that's right. It's got a fumble table.
Interesting.
Two checks. All right. I wonder what could happen on a fumble in spirit combat.
Yeah, some weird stuff. Restra, do you have any magic items?
I do.
What do you have?
I have a 2-point counterpoint. I have an ostentatious metal helmet with a 2-point counter magic matrix.
Mm-hmm. Is that it?
That's it.
Okay.
Well, I take that back. I also have a healing potion that I forgot about. 1 healing potion, 1 potency, 2 healing salt. So 1 healing potion, 1 potency, 2 healings. But I don't know that counts as a magic item.
And for this situation, I don't. Well, maybe. Go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
5.
Okay. And Sevros did 10 points of damage.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Next round.
Okay. Normal hit.
Normal.
Normal.
Yes, I have a normal. It's 100, you said.
Yep. This goes 100%.
Okay, so the first one is normal, and the second one barely a 19.
It's special.
This was a special. Okay.
So damage to Savros.
So Savros is going to take 1d6 plus 1. So Restra, roll a d6 plus 1. It is.
What kind of spirit had David? Yeesh.
A much more powerful one. So Restra, can you roll d6 plus 1, please?
D6 plus 1.
Yep.
2.
Okay. Savros takes 2.
I have a 2-point spirit magic defense armband. The you know what I'm talking about? I don't know exactly what it's called if it's not spirit defense.
Is it spirit block or is it spirit shield?
I think it's spirit shield. It's supposed to block. It's supposed to be like armor points in spirit combat.
Right, but you need to actually cast it.
Oh.
But it would make sense for you to cast that before you start doing stuff. Because you know there's a possibility of taking damage. Okay, spirit scream. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Spirit screen
For
sounds good.
point.
How many points?
It's 2.
Yeah, so that washes out from casting, so it negates 2. So the
Casting the spell.
Yeah, this acts
assuming
as armor.
before yeah, so it's,
Except that it would take 2 magic points to cast it the first time.
yeah, but that means he doesn't take 2 points of damage from the first hit, so it's a net wash. And then the second hit,
I see. Yeah, it would
in
take
the
2
second
points.
hit, he ignores the 2, so it's still where he was at the end of the first hit.
Yeah, I was still at minus 13.
Oh, that's right. No, the 13 would be 11.
Yeah.
That's what Angular's telling us. Yeah, that's right.
Mhm.
Yep. So 11 and a wash, but you do need to spend the 2.
Yeah,
So we're still at 13.
down,
Yep. Okay.
down total of 13, yes.
Okay. Next round.
Next round. Special.
Ooh, special.
Normal.
Restaurant.
My first one is an Op 2, so that's a critical. And my second one is a 96, so that I assume is a failure.
So
It is, yep.
No, you take damage, then he'll take damage from
Right.
me.
I
Yep,
take
exactly.
damage and you
So
and you
1d6 plus 1 to a Rene.
1d6 plus 1.
Yep.
2.
Okay, Rene loses 2
Keep
points.
rolling a 1.
All right.
And
I did
then,
max damage.
which is 12, so you do 12 to it. Okay, that will take it out.
Nice.
It was a lesser.
It was a lesser spirit. Okay, so that's how spirit combat runs.
Okay, yes. Yeah. It's 2-on-1.
Yeah. It helps that way, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Sure
well, if it was
does.
just 1-on-1, we probably would have lost the fight. So yeah, unless the thing would have, attacked.
Yay, I'm no longer possessed. Rah!
Yes,
How
you
do I
no
know
longer
that?
feel love towards the mistress.
Yay, I'm getting rid of that right now. I have an eraser handy for that purpose.
I can ask Rene if she knows anything about this gigantic serpent that we faced.
Yeah. While she's here, let's see what else might be able to help us with, if anything.
She doesn't know anything about giant serpents, no.
Okay.
Can she drag
I
these
take that back.
bodies?
Go ahead and roll percentile.
Good.
We know its name. So we will share that with her.
Oh, okay. I rolled a 90.
Okay.
She does know that there are giant water serpents, but not necessarily any spirit ones, although it would make sense there would be. Because there are spirits for everything, right?
Well, it could be possessed, right?
That's a possibility, absolutely, just like your friends here were.
So, giant water snake.
Serpent, not a snake, a serpent.
Serpent. This thing was speaking to us as if it was intelligent.
Yes, they are.
We know it was a incorporated spirit because it discorporated after it was attacked and got damaged.
Ah.
Oh, I thought it just went. Oh, you're right. It didn't go back in the hole. It just
disappeared.
Yeah, so it would have been a spirit. But its form could rely upon some kind of water manifestation, in which case the water serpent would be an appropriate form. Oh, she must be fine.
Yeah, we do know its name. Extalacticephalus.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything to her.
Oh, she actually has spirit screen also.
At what level?
5.
Oh my gosh.
But then again, you got to spend
Remember,
5.
remember that for next time.
Yeah, but that's like plate armor everywhere in Magic. That's pretty crazy. She's
But
strong.
you still got to
She is strong, yep.
You got to cast a 5, right, to activate it?
Yes.
Yeah, but you could cast the 5, and she could keep all of her points, so she doesn't have to take any damage from it. Same if my fetch was up, I would use him for combat instead.
Well,
'cause I would
no,
have something
they're
to
not that connected.
Oh.
This is just a summoned creature.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah,
interesting
I forgot I was connected to fetch.
that the water naiad could actually summon a water elemental. We could have some fun if we need to. Okay. Oh, what else?
Ah, yes. A worm, a water worm.
It came back to her. A water worm.
Yes. A water worm.
Vulnerable to anything? Fire.
A regular one?
Water worm.
She knows there are water worms, right? And so she, from the description you guys are talking about, she's saying that the spirit, because obviously it was a spirit, right? Because it discorporated, so it's not an actual water worm. Could take the form of a water worm. Because if it's got some kind of water association, right? Like spider spirits appear as spiders.
Understand. Okay. Ugh.
Okay. Fortunately, we have someone with us who is strong in the water world.
Not anymore.
Well,
I'm down to 1 rune magic point. But it was worth it for my buds.
yeah,
Yay.
I appreciate it.
Okay.
Maybe I should say we have someone who's strong in the knowledge of the water.
Yeah, I might be really tight with my arrows, but I'm very generous with my rune points.
Yes, we are.
Because I never have any.
No.
All right, so that combat's done. We've got rid of the zombies.
Yep, the zombie bodies are gone. The possessed spirits are gone.
Savros has got some. He doesn't have healing. He's just. So if we rest a certain amount of time, we get magic points back.
That's true. And you can meditate to increase your recovery of magic points as well.
But I believe the plan, as I recall from Davin, was to go and check out the hole that the creature disappeared through. Now that
that's the way it came in.
Correct.
The only thing that I was going to say is the only thing I can think of as water is maybe since while the naiad is here, maybe she can drag the bodies further out or make sure that they end up someplace where they are some water creature devours them or something like that. Maybe she can finish taking care of them.
In fact, she can summon water creatures, regular creatures.
Piranha.
So there you go.
Well, piranha aren't here in the marsh, but she can summon the crocodiles and stuff.
Alligator.
Yep, the gators. She can summon gators to come eat them.
There you go.
Just so long as they leave when we're ready to go. We don't have to worry about alligators attacking us.
They'll be satiated. They won't have any desire to eat because they'll be so full of eating these bodies that through influence.
That's right.
Okay. Then that's the plan. I can't think of anything else useful to do, and that would be useful for us if she would be kind enough to do that for us.
Certainly. She can take care of that. Is there anything else you wanted for her to do?
I don't think so. She has to stay within 10 feet of water, right?
Yeah. Well, she loses 1 magic point for every 10 meters she's away from the water source.
But there's other water sources inside in the circle of the keep
The
also.
big pool in the middle.
Yeah, but she wasn't summoned from the pool in the middle. She was summoned from out here.
Okay. Well,
She could come with us, and then for the water that she was summoned from, or from anywhere?
The water source she was summoned from.
Okay, yeah, in that
but
case.
But anyway, you said room magic is only good for 25 minutes anyway, right?
Right.
25 melee rounds.
Melee rounds.
Isn't that right? No, 15 minutes. Room magic is 15 minutes. Spirit magic is 2 minutes, which is 25 melee rounds. Does that sound right?
Yeah,
12
15
seconds.
minutes. So. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't stick around all day.
Which 20? That's 20 melee rounds. Yeah, there's a ratio there, but it's 15 minutes for room magic.
Unless she knows of an axe that's handy that she could give me.
She is not aware of any axes nearby.
Never hurts to ask.
Every 10 feet, so every 3 hexes. Yeah. Do we have a general feeling of how big this facility is?
Oh, yeah.
It might be simpler to just say, why don't you come with us as far as you can go?
Yeah.
And maybe she can reach as far as we're going or not.
Yeah, because circumference. Yeah. I don't have a feel for how far it is to the water if we were in those rooms and
right
down the corridor. It's like being on the inside of a ship, right? Water's not that far away. If you're going one direction, just don't go up.
So you want to go all the way back down to the temple area?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Affirmative.
So she can actually go 200 reasonably easily 200 feet from water and not be threatened too much. But she won't have a whole lot of magic points left. Maybe 2.
Okay. She'll follow you as you go down the tower.
Yep.
Into the sub-level. Down the hallway, through the tunnel. Down the spiral stairs. And into the temple area. She is still there.
Oh, okay.
It didn't really take too much magic points for her.
So you could calculate basically the distance to the water source from there, and we know how well she's feeling.
Yeah.
The other question is, does it take 15 minutes to get there? If not, she's still with us.
No, it will not take that long to get down there.
Okay.
Okay, look through the hole.
The hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a hole in the wall in the temple in the bottom of the sea.
Okay, that's got to be about Dagon. Let's not go there.
Do you have to get another map out?
Yes, but I was just checking
I can go get a cup of
how
coffee
long
while you,
stuff lasts. Go ahead.
while you guys are, prepping for the next scene.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind a little bit of an intermission because I have to use the water closet.
Sure thing. Let's take a pause.
You lost 2 spirit points.
She had lost 6. But now she's only minus 3. So she had lost up to 6, and then it gained 3 back. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're in the temple room. The dead priest and the dead giant snake.
Yep.
And a portion of the wall has been broken through from the other side.
Right.
Using torches or lanterns? Or both?
I guess I'll go back to the lantern.
Okay. As you shine the lantern down that hole, it's a not a raw cave. It's been partially hewn is not the right word.
Bored. Chewed.
No.
Excavated.
It's an excavation, obviously. And it's part of it has been refined, finished. Like when you first come through the tunnel, there's actually flagstone flooring, right? And you've got actually brick on the outside. But the further down you go, the brick outside it goes away, so it's rough cut, and then eventually the stone flooring will go away as well, so you'll be on dirt. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
That was at one point. It was like an escape tunnel or something. One of this was above ground, above water, maybe. Don't know if this thing sank or the water rose.
Yes.
Exactly. But that's it. There's a single tunnel. It winds a couple of times. You want to just follow it all the way to the end, or what?
Sure.
Okay. And as you get further and further down this tunnel, she is getting magic points back. Until you come out into an opening that's like a beached area with sand and an underground lake.
That's interesting.
So we're in a cavern, if you will.
Yes. In fact, once it starts opening up and you got that sandy beach area,
Yeah.
you're in a cavern.
A cavern with an underground or under marsh lake.
Yeah.
Drip,
Interesting.
drip, drip, drip.
Yeah.
I would like to share with the group that, growing up where I did, I just never really learned to become a very good swimmer. But I'm competent enough to float for a little while.
Good.
Well, let's hope we don't have to do that.
So there's a. I'm going to ask the Naiad, Irini, can you judge the breadth and depth of this lake? Is it connected?
She'll walk forward and she'll slip in. So yeah, this is connected.
Okay.
Let's investigate.
That's a good idea, Davin, to ask the Naiad to go with us. So what's the depth of this here lake, Irene? Can we walk through it?
No, you would not be able to walk through it. It's deeper than that. And it goes for ways, but then it gets sealed off. It may have some kind of underwater connection at some point.
So a tunnel to the outside.
Or at least at one point was.
Okay.
Well,
on the beach here are some items of interest. There are 2 chests. There is a stack of duck skulls.
ooh.
What happened to the Hamakti?
And
They were used to feed the serpent, I guess. That's what we're missing, right? We want to identify. Mother Duck sent us to find out what was going on, right?
Right.
well, she was concerned about what's happening to people in the village. But Severos was specifically sent to find out what happened to the Hamakti dogs.
This will tick them off.
Yeah.
We'll inspect the chests to see if they're determine what kind of origin they are.
Yeah.
If they're just old and decrepit or still useful.
They are definitely still useful.
Do they look like they've got, some sort of locking, sort of padlock on them, or are they just closed, or they have a built-in lock? I was thinking tell just from looking at them.
Wonder if it's some sort of tribute. Or maybe it's the personal effects of all these ducks.
Yeah.
There's one way to find out.
There is also a pile of coins.
It's interesting.
But back to the chests. Okay, the chests themselves. Where does that go?
The coins all, do they assume they're mostly silver or copper? Or?
They're mostly copper.
And when we were in that temple with the first fight, the wall was solid, right?
Yes, it was.
And it was broken in from the outside.
Yes, that's
Were
correct.
were we given any directions on not taking stuff we find, or feel free to have whatever we want, or?
The only directions you were given was go see Mother Duck and find what's going on with this village.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Okay, the chests are modern and in good condition.
Okay.
They are locked.
So it begs the question, how did they get here if the wall was sealed?
Mm-hmm.
It must be very old.
No, they're modern, in good condition.
So if they're locked, who would have a key? The shaman? When we searched his body, did he have
The
any
priest?
keys? The priest?
And let me double check there.
Certainly the
Yes,
spirits.
he had a ring of keys.
Okay, I thought we had keys somewhere. So we will utilize the keys
So there
to
has to
unlock
be
chests.
another way to get into this facility.
Why? Oh, how did everything? Well, could it come in through the tunnel?
Yeah,
There is
but
a
the wall was sealed.
There's a water connection between here and the outside.
Yeah, well. So we can ask
What is what this?
Irene to find that tunnel underwater.
Yeah.
Okay.
And maybe there's a secret door somewhere.
Yeah,
Or maybe the wall had a secret door and she just busted through it.
could be. We can go inspect the wall after we get the keys and try them out on the locks.
Okay, yes, one of the keys will fit both chests.
So, do we suspect that things like this could be booby trapped? Should we only have one person open it? Everybody else step back.
Probably a good practice.
I can do that. I'm the one with all the armor.
Who has the highest constitution?
How does thieving work in RuneQuest?
How does what work?
Thieving. Like,
Device. This is the device.
Yeah, picking locks, that kind of thing.
Oh, thieving. Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Devise.
Yeah, because that's something I even like in, D&D and stuff. I never played that class, so it's not anything I'm familiar with.
So my con is 14.
My con is 14. And again, I have all this armor.
To avoid any damaging.
My con actually is 15, so I think maybe I should try it.
Okay, you take the key, or you start fiddling through the keys, right? Looking for one that fits?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and sure enough, you find one. Twist this turn, click, click, click.
And
manipulation.
Poisonous arrows shoot out.
No. but the lock is part of the chest itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
So undoing the lock doesn't pop it open or anything, but you hear stuff moving and it clicks and clicks and clicks and pops.
Okay, I think I may have unlocked it. I'm going to try to open it, so step back.
Okay, and you open it up?
I do.
There does not seem to be any kind of trap that springs on you.
Oh, good.
And this too is full of coins.
Oh, it's full of coin.
Maybe there's something in the coining.
Yeah, is there room to add the pile of coins on the dirt to these chests?
No.
They're full. Okay. Well, we got 2 chests worth of coins we can claim.
I would like one chest so far.
Yeah, I would like to poke the coin inside the chest with my broadsword, and just to make sure that it beneath the top layer it's still coin.
So as Subutai starts to do that, I'm going to say, if there's something fragile in there, I'd hate to see you break it with your sword. Maybe what we could do instead is
Just dump it.
set out a tarp, something that we could,
A blanket.
something we can
Yeah,
dump the
pour out
chest
the
out
contents.
onto,
Hmm.
and then from that we could easily refill it.
Fair enough. So I sheath my broadsword.
And dump it.
That sounds like a good idea.
It's gonna be
I don't
pretty hefty,
personally-
but I'd
I
have to
don't
dig
have
out
a
and see
tarp.
how long it would take if you had to try to do a strength versus size thing. But it looks like it should be fairly hefty. But yeah, you can dump it.
Well, I might need some help because my strength
I was
is
gonna
average.
say, I will, with my strength of 15, I will help push it over.
I think we could get more than one person on it.
Yep.
Yep.
I think we can do this.
How big is his chest? Is it like a foot?
Yeah,
foot
I'm
cubed?
recalculating that. Hold on.
8 inches cubed. A yard, cubic yard.
No. It's like,
Yeah.
a foot by 6 inches by 6 inches kind of thing. But
So it's a
Jewelry box.
coffer.
it's full, but it's hefty,
Like a
right?
jewelry box. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you dump it out. There's some gold coins in here.
Mhm.
Cool.
Gold is worth keeping.
Mm-hmm. A bunch of silver, and then about as much again of copper pieces.
I guess the point is we're looking to see if there's any obvious
Gems, items,
Things besides
Yeah,
coins,
also,
yeah.
scrolls.
Yeah.
No, in this first one,
Daggers.
there's just
false
coins.
bottom. False bottom.
Okay.
Okay.
You want to check for a false bottom?
Of
Yes.
course.
Make a devise check.
Ooh. Someone else's turn.
Or is it just like,
Devise, I got that. Ha ha ha, a little bit.
Haha, my device is horrible.
Well,
It's a cult skill.
I got a chance. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I have a 5%
And I
chance.
made it. Right
Wow.
on the nose. I rolled a 20.
Okay.
Well
After you check
done.
this thing out, poke it around, and go, no, this has got to be the bottom. There's no false bottom.
Okay, but I get to check devise.
Mm-hmm, you do.
Mine's
Why is this
5%.
I have 15. What is- Onward to the next one.
Okay, the next box, their chest, is roughly the same size, but it's not as heavy.
I don't know why.
Subutai, you going to do the key thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'll do it. I'll do it again.
You check the keys to find the one that fits. Turn, click, pop.
Hmm. Now, I am going to do something else before I open it. Is that okay?
Sure.
I would like to take out. I don't have. Oh, I do have a medium shield, and I would like to hold it up with one arm in front of my torso, just try to prevent anything from stabbing me in the chest, and then push the chest open with my other hand.
Oh, okay. You open it up, nothing pops out.
Okay, good.
This has coins in it, a jeweled bracelet, and some gems.
Beautiful.
Treasure. Who says there's no treasure in Runequest?
Beautiful.
I could buy a couple more oxen. Yay.
So
Bracelet
I
looks
heard
beautiful.
coin, bracelet, and gems. Is that
Yes.
correct? Okay.
Are you writing that down, Bruce?
Yes, I did write it
Okay.
down.
All right. So, can you carry it, or since
I
you
think
wrote it, since you wrote
The
it
other
down?
chest, we should put all the gold and silver back into it.
I agree.
And if the pile of
Sounds like
coins that's on the dirt, if rummage through that, look for any silver and gold.
Yeah. Yeah, pick out the gold from the pile on the.
Finding none will fill up the other chest with the rest of the copper.
Okay, the pile does have some gold. It's got about a dozen gold coins in there.
Yeah.
Few score of silver, 100 or so copper. As you're kind of pushing things around, there's another jeweled bracelet in there.
Ooh.
Cool.
A ruby ring.
Ooh, cool.
There's a pair of sandals, is what they look like. But it's not leather or woven like rope or anything. It's some other sort of material. Does anybody have plant lore?
Let me check. Sounds like something I would have.
Plant
My
lore.
plant lore is 15.
Yeah, so is mine.
Mine's 5. That's not right.
And I don't know what it is.
Let me see. Me either. Some sort of plant material.
Steven says it is.
It's fibers from a tree, like behind the bark. What specific tree doesn't really matter, but
From a fibrous tree.
yep.
Are they particularly rare or only worn by particular persons?
They're completely
Something
unknown.
none of us have ever seen it before. It's unusual. It's unusual enough that if we're able to carry it, we should.
I think we can manage a pair of sandals.
What was that?
I don't propose to wear them myself.
No, we can take time to investigate any magical properties any of this stuff might have before we
Elsewhere.
dispense with it.
So anyway, get back to the cavern. Does Irene?
Oh,
Well, there's also 2 more rings.
so 3 rings total or 1 ruby?
Yeah, three rings total. The one is ruby, so it's obvious, right? The other 2 are gold. 1, 2.
Well, I wonder if any of this stuff is
6 potions.
Wow.
2 ivory scrolls. Scroll tubes, rather.
scroll tubes.
Wow. All kinds of treasure.
Well, I'm just concerned that the big serpent is, of course, you said it was a spirit, so it may not be physically in the lake.
Can Irene see spirits, that she's a spirit herself?
Ooh, is she capable of detecting or seeing magical items?
Oh, let's look.
Let me see. I closed her character sheet. I guess I should reopen it.
No. Unless there's a common rune spell that does that sort of thing.
We'll take a look.
Well, what happened to here?
When she's corporate, can she see spirits?
No. She does not have second sight.
I do.
Okay, that's good.
Severo says permanent second sight.
Good. Keep an eye out for this snake.
I will be.
Okay, you don't see that around, but as you were coming through the temple area, remember how there were those spirits that were spinning around there, like a little vortex? They're still there.
Yeah.
Can we talk to them? Could Arini
You
talk
can
to them?
try.
I mean, before we leave, it might be worthwhile to.
Well, the other thing we can do is go back to the busted out wall to see if there indeed was a door that worshippers had able to go and that type of thing. Somehow these chests had to get here.
Right.
Unless that priest can teleport with chests.
Oh, Rene, after searching the lake, will come back and say, "You guys need to stay away from the water. There's a giant crocodile in here."
Okay.
Giant crocodile. Okay.
Of course, there is.
We will do that.
And there's a tunnel on the far side underneath the water level, but it comes to a cave in.
A cave in.
Yeah, it's blocked.
So you think perhaps that spirit was trapped in here until it was possessed the worm and then busted out? I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't know that you can capture a spirit on the material world by collapsing a cave on it.
So it looks like the worshippers that made these donations probably came down this tunnel.
I think maybe we should look for secret doors in this cavernous area, staying clear of the
water.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody can make a search roll.
Makes sense to me.
Search? He said search for you. That's not impossible. 50-50 chance. I succeed.
I succeed.
I think I did too. Did you say it was a scan or was that a scan roll?
Search.
Search.
We're tapping and rummaging.
Yep. I'm pretty good with these perceptions.
Does anyone recall what the range on the lantern is?
Probably 30. I don't know.
Well, I assume we're walking around doing the searching.
Right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
How large is this area?
The beach itself is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 meters by 2, 4, 6, 8, roughly.
It's not very big.
Semicircular.
Yeah, it's not that big. We could light a torch if we really need to carry that around.
Well, the lantern is actually like a bullseye lantern. It's focused, so it goes further than a regular torch would lighting up around. But I asked because if you're looking around and you happen to scan the lantern across the cavern, you may see something. That's why I was asking about the range.
I see.
I can't find the search skill.
It's under perception.
In the middle of the second column.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I would hope
Yeah,
the
I
answer to
failed.
that question is when we first entered, we used beam to investigate as far as we possibly could the area.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking about the distance.
I see. Of course, Irene went out there too.
I don't know I don't have my book, so I can't look up the characteristics of a lantern.
And there's not any in the Runequest book, by the way. I know that for a fact.
I think that means think it means it's your call.
10-meter distance.
Yeah, like you
That's
said.
5 hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. You can see that the cavern itself is, if you're on the beach, right, looking across, it's kind of cigar shaped, right? So it's long. So it goes one side and the other, but it's not quite so far across. It's only like 2, 4, 6, 8. It's about 10 meters across. So you can see kind of that there's got to be an edge right there, but then as you go to either side, you'll lose sight of how far it goes.
Could Arene take the lantern maybe midway out and scan the area with the lantern for us so we can see what's out there?
She could, but that would attract the crocodile.
I see. Okay.
And if you want to ask her how far does it go this direction, how far does it go that direction, is there anything on either end, that kind of stuff, you can certainly ask her. It's still this corporate, so she does get attract attention of the crocodile.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. To your left, it does not really go very far, and it's the edge of the cavern itself, but the other side goes further. There's actually another tunnel on the far end with a little beach area.
Can it be reached by land, or do you have to go through the water?
You have to go through the water.
Do we want to find an alligator?
Not really.
Not if we can help.
I mean, I'm still actually pretty hurt.
Chicken.
Alligators are just lazy crocodiles.
So she could go across this corporate and incorporate on the other side and walk down the tunnel.
Yeah.
Could we ask her to go investigate?
No evidence of a boat or a skiff here on this lake, huh?
No.
I don't think she needs to necessarily even worry about that. Whichever it is. We can just go over there normal.
You want to go check it out?
Thanks, Roller.
I think that's you, Pete.
What's that?
Yeah.
Do you want her to go check it out, the tunnel?
Oh, yes, please.
Okay. She takes off. And after a while, she doesn't come back and start thinking, how long have we been down here? Oh, your spell probably ran out by now.
I would think she's not going to come back and say, okay, I have to.
And they push herself back before the
So the summoning spell expired.
Yeah.
So much for that.
Okay.
Well, have we done our mission, or are we not done our mission?
I've not seen anything identifying these duck
Ducks?
skulls. Is there any personal
We can
effects
look at
on
them and see
the
if they have
bones or anything that would suggest who they actually were?
Maybe there's runes on them.
Whose treasures do you think these were?
That's the unknown.
No, they are just skulls. They've been flensed.
Cleansed?
Flensed, it means all the flesh has been taken off.
Yuck.
Yeah, they're eaten.
So where's the rest of them?
How many?
5.
How many were in the? There was more than the.
How many ducks am I looking for?
5.
Oh,
Well, the
there you go.
crocodile-
I'll make an assumption then and say that
Crocodile
my
didn't
mission
do
is
it.
done.
I think we should collect the remains and take
I
them
do
with
too.
us.
Yeah,
That's the right thing to do.
I'll be taking them back to the other shaman.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Is there anything significant about jewelry or other items that we found, or the coins that would associate it with any particular cult
Right.
or any particular region?
Like the lunar coins.
Lunar coins, Sardarite coins.
It's a mixture of lunar and Sardarite coins, which is what you would expect for something to be current.
Right.
They're not ancient or anything like that, no.
Right. There's nothing out of the ordinary. There's nothing out of the ordinary for many of these things, as far as we can tell, that we would say this I associate with this, or this isn't the sort of thing that we would find.
Right.
Okay.
Well,
Let me check
perhaps
a couple things, though. Hold on.
Maybe Savros concocted the whirlwind of spirits out there, gleaned some information of what was going on here over the years.
Oh, the fetch. Can the fetch go investigate that tunnel?
Ooh, I believe so. I don't think it has any kind of. At a certain point, I stopped feeling it.
Right.
Yeah, do you know what that range is?
I do not know.
Look it
Not
up.
offhand. But I remember it being pretty far, at least the feeling one. But the telepathy or connection I have with it, I'm not sure how far that goes.
You don't have the book?
I do not know.
Don't you have a soft copy up there somewhere?
You gave me a soft copy on a thumb drive, but that's on the laptop, so I don't have it, and then I give the thumb drive back to you. But I think you might have emailed it to me. I'll have to check.
Where are you?
I'm upstairs.
Oh, okay.
He has his book.
Do you need a book?
I'm looking for the online version that he sent me.
We're looking for specific information about a fetch.
Do you own a book of RuneQuest?
I don't own one, no.
Okay.
Okay. Oh.
Your artwork is amazing.
Yeah.
It's pretty incredible.
Sandals. I wonder if I can walk on water with those sandals.
Only one way to find out.
I'm actually not seeing the file in any of these.
I'm not
So
seeing
I don't think I have it.
a range on that either.
Anyway, we did a search for secret doors and we had 2 successes.
And you did not find anything.
Oh, okay.
And what we found was ramping on the other side or whatever.
What next?
I think that we
There was 2 things I was
had
looking at.
said. I think we'd said that after we investigated this space that we were going to return to civilization. That was my understanding.
Yes.
I could be wrong.
So, Aiden, if you look in the general chat text channel above the couple of pictures, there's Scott sent some things that checked on the last fight he was playing your character. So,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
so you got a truth rune checked, devotion to Hamacht checked, your two-handed long spears checked, and then smart
Oh,
aleck.
okay, I see that.
Yeah. Yeah, don't miss out on getting your checks.
Oh, look, there's a castle. There's a picture that Brian put on there.
What
Right
was the fumble?
Oh, was it? That was.
It was a parry, right? That's why I got critical hit in the arm and almost took it off.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that.
Yeah.
You told me about that.
We had to use a rune point to heal you back up. So look at that. There's a castle tower in the swamp. That's kind of cool. So if we go back to the village, we'd still have to find the chieftain, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe the two dark trolls know what was going on.
Oh. 2 of the rings have spell matrices on them.
Which means what in English?
A spell matrix allows you to cast a spell without knowing it.
Right.
Those are cool.
That
One
sounds...
is protection 2, and the other is coordination. And you'll be able to tell that because when you pick up a magical item, actually, I guess you got to put it on.
That was just touch.
It depends, right?
Hmm.
I mean, if you pick up a helmet, if we picked up a wrestler's helmet, we'd be able to tell us magic, or do you have to put it on? Now, a sword you pick up by the handle is designed to be that way, so I could see a sword doing that.
I think that spell matrices are basically specific runes that you have to focus on, like you do to cast. So I think that just as long as you're able to the runes, if they're a familiar sort of magic spell, you should be able to see that, oh, these are the runes for such and such a spell, and therefore this could be a spell matrix for that particular spell. But that's just the way I have always interpreted it.
So I know if something has a spirit in it, if you touch it, you can communicate with the spirit.
Yeah. Different.
Yeah, something like to investigate further.
More adventure.
Yeah.
Great. Good adventure tonight.
Yeah, cool. So who wants these matrices?
The what, Mike?
The matrix key, the rings with the matrix on.
I mean, we have to decide that now. I guess it makes
You
sense.
don't need
put them.
to.
I mean, I'll wear one of them. I'll wear one of them for sure.
Yeah,
Well, what was the secondary one? Coordination? Because I know one's the protection spell.
Yeah, one's protection 2, The other one is coordination.
I propose we give protection to whoever has the amount,
Has what?
Least amount of armor.
the least amount of armor. Because they need all the protection they can get.
Unless you
I think I'm a candidate.
I know you are.
Yeah.
I'm happy to take coordination. So might be somebody who has a better plane on the need for it.
If we give it to you, will you wear a headset from here on out?
Actually, last time I tried to use my headset, I couldn't get it to work. So I have to decline and let somebody else ring until I can figure out what's wrong with my headset.
I was just teasing you.
Yeah, I know.
Mhm.
And I'm being a little weird, a little different tonight anyway, with the various things I need to do.
In order to send the fetch would have to manifest.
Okay, what do I do to manifest?
He just tell him to.
Okay.
He can incorporate on his own. He incorporate normally. It's just a skill they have. And the fetch takes the form of a darkness elemental, right?
Correct. That's what we chose.
So it's a pool of blackness. I would assume that it could travel over the top of the water. It doesn't really have any mass.
It does not.
So it could travel down the tunnel. But what kind of sensory abilities does it have, would be the question. Can it sense things there?
What does a darkness sensory have?
What really discuss that,
sensories
do
does
they?
a darkness thing have? They do though, because I mean that was just
They
an
have to,
interpretation. Was
right?
the pool of blackness?
Yeah.
The way I interpret it was like my shadow. It follows me around as my shadow. So it honestly, I could just see it being able to see what any other spirit that gets pulled into the corporal plane can see.
So who's wearing that protection ring?
We haven't decided.
I'm not objecting. Two people should wear it on a return trip from now on. We can always redistribute. So you can Subutai the protection and the rest of the other one. That's fine for me for now.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Just to get us going, and don't want to waste it.
I'm thinking that the elemental would have your senses. So being out in the pitch black, it would not be able to see, just like you would not be able to see.
All right, let me enter this in my
Really?
notes.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Protection.
I might have a counter argument, but
But it would also
we can
have
do that
spirit
later.
sight, just like you
Yeah.
do.
Exactly.
Brian's protection ring +2, you said?
Yes,
Not +2. It is a 2-point protection spell. So it's something
Matrices.
you have to activate. It's not
Costs
like
2 spell points to activate.
Yeah, you gotta do the power roll and that kind of stuff. It just gives you the ability to cast a spell.
So you don't have to know it.
Although the way Jeff talks about spirit magic, it's not like you actually know a spell. You've got a spirit that is there with you that like casts a spell for you, kind of deal. It's really kind of dorky.
Okay.
Well, dorky's not a nice
Yeah,
word,
that is
but
dorky.
somewhat
because
inconsistent.
That is
It's
super
like the
inconsistent.
spirits
Because you're
doing things
using
for
the
you.
word summoning when they're not actually being summoned.
Yeah.
Because you can actually summon spirits. So how come you can summon spirits, but to cast a spell you're summoning the spirit anyway? That makes no sense to me.
Well, you don't summon a spirit. When you're taught the spell, the spirit is summoned and put it as part of you now.
Oh, that was different than what
You got
I.
these little spirits that help you do things, which is why it takes charisma and not intelligence. Like battle magic used to be intelligence. Which is why they can be distracting, which is why sorcerers not only take charisma to learn spirit magic, that takes their active intelligence as well. Because they're distracting. That's just the new take on it, I think.
Matrices.
Yeah, but it makes sense, I think.
So we appear to be stymied unless we want to make a bunch of splash and kill the crocodile and then swim over there. Or we just leave, go back the way we came.
And I'm kind of agree with the stat. I can't think of anything else for us to do here. I kind of look at David and say, do you have any thoughts on what else we can do? You seem to have been the one that was kind of the keeper of the mission.
If there's no way for us to investigate the tunnel on the far side, we're done. If the fetch can't go over and investigate, then let's move on. And it seems like we were stuck on whether it could do anything or not.
Okay. And that's what I agree. If we can find some way of doing that, we should. Otherwise, let's get out of here before something, untoward happens. I certainly can't think of any way to make, to make it work out with that. Maybe somebody else can. Unless, of course, the GM says make an attempt.
Oh, to think of something? Yeah. I mean, the darkness element could go out just like Arena did. She was just feeling around.
Is it actually a darkness elemental?
No, that's just the manifestation. This is the fetch.
Well, if
I mean, it looks like when he manifests, it looks like a darkness elemental. Yes.
Well, then if Savros doesn't have any objection, let's have Savros have it do it.
Yeah, it can search around if it has the ability to do what the Naiad was doing earlier. Then yeah.
The only thing I have left to do is I could summon a small water elemental, and maybe you could just hand a torch. You could swim over to that place over there, look around, come back and tell us what it sees.
Alligator.
Giant crocodile.
That thing.
Giant croc.
Okay, so what's holding us up here?
I think we should try the fetch first.
Well, we've been stagnant for 15 minutes now.
Right.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So what's holding us up? Is there a question we need an answer to? Is it just not taking action? What's...
No, I think it's just indecision.
What
I think
can the darkness element? What can the fetch do? Is what's coming down to. Can the fetch go and investigate, and if so, how?
If the answers can't report on anything, well, that's fine. Then at least we learned something.
Right.
Okay, so do you have an answer to that question, Brian?
I think so, yes. So if you want to send the fetch out, I can figure out what you can find out.
That's what we want to do.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll send it then.
Okay. What kind of directions are you going to give him?
There's a torch.
This. What do you mean?
Let's not make this complicated. How
Yeah,
intelligent is it?
But
Well, it has the same intelligence as the host. So it's got
Okay.
Severus's intelligence.
So we're interested in knowing, does this tunnel go somewhere, or is there a bunch of loot back there, or are there monsters back there? Is that someplace we need to go and check out in further detail? If the answer to all of that is no, then we're done. If there's a bunch of chests back there, or a bunch of armor, or whatever it is of interest, then that may give us a different direction. That's kind of what we're hinging on here.
Or the snake or whatever it is, that was down here, even though,
So if it's got the intelligence of a player, then it should be able to discriminate between, yeah, there's nothing here worth investigating, or yeah, there's some things of interest here. This is what they are.
or the bad guy is here,
Or that.
which is most we really want to know.
Yeah, the complicating factor is you've got a player character with not able to see anything because they're going out in the pitch black dark without a light source.
Okay, so that's the answer. It can't see anything that would be of any value to us. So now we have to decide, do we want to fight the alligator, go check it out, or are we done?
Or do we want Angrelar to summon the water elemental? We'd have the water elemental carry it. Is
I
that a good?
personally am not interested in the alligator, but I'll do what you guys want to do.
I'm not particularly interested in the alligator. If we're getting ready to go home, we could just as well spend this last point of rune magic and have the water elemental.
Oh, let me look at my spell sheet.
What does John Water Elemental to do?
Carry a torch.
They can't carry a torch.
Okay, problem solved. Let's go.
Thank
Let's go.
you.
Going back?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, back down the tunnel. You wanted to investigate where it broke through before, right? Come from this side, you can see there is, in fact, an archway, so there was probably some kind of a secret door here.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's how they gained entrance to this area to pay their tribute.
Yeah.
Right.
We're carrying 2 chests plus a sack full of duck skulls, huh?
Correct.
So that's 3 items. So there's 5. 2 of us are not encumbered. Can the fetch talk to these spirits, or can Savros get any information from these windy spirits?
The fetch can talk with them. They're not windy spirits. They're more of these passion spirits.
Who?
But they don't really communicate. And they're kind of kumbaya kind of stuff.
Stay away from me.
Okay.
Is it a pillar that they're going around? Or they're just...
No, that pillar is up above you guys.
So what are they tied to here?
The little mini temple itself.
Where's the mini temple?
Where the...
Is it this room?
yeah, the room.
Okay.
Where the priest was, the priest shaman guy that you killed.
Where the 2 corpses are.
Where the serpent was. Where the giant snake was. Where the serpent broke through.
So I'm a little bit confused. There was a serpent spirit here. Defalis was her name,
Mm-hmm.
or something like that. What is she tied to? There's got to be something here that ties her here? Is it the temple? Is this like when we were in the
The caverns. and
yes,
There's
there
those
were
2 obelisks with spirits in them.
right. Is there nothing like that here?
Is there a dais?
There's the dais, but there's no objects like that. But know that temples are like magnets to temple spirits, right? If you go to an Orlanthi temple, there's going to be all kinds of movement and air spirits flying around. They just kind of hang out there because it's a temple. They're not bound there.
Okay, so these are just hanging out here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They probably were spurred on by worshippers.
Several. She can make another spirit lore roll.
Okay. That's successful.
Okay. You know that a couple of different options. There are spirits that are bound to locations. For example, out in the wilderness, if you ran across a naiad in a stream or a pool, that's her pool, her stream. She's going to be there. There are also. Where's the other thing? Oh, similar to like temples have temple spirits that are just always hanging around. There are things called spirit vortices, or just special places on the spirit realm where spirits gather. You don't know how those are created or why, but you know they are such things.
Does that look like this?
Well, it could be similar to a temple. Maybe they're the same sort of way.
Okay. I'll explain that to Davin and the rest of the party.
Okay. I don't suppose any of us have any ideas on how to, I want to say, defile a temple, make it turn off the magic.
Actually, since a shaman wouldn't really see it as defiling, I think that might be something you would know. Yeah. Would Savros know how to deactivate an area of holiness? How to get rid of spirits that are just chilling because they like the area?
So, unmake the temple?
Yeah, like come in and shoo them away, essentially.
Yeah.
As a incorporated spirit or whatever.
If they were gathering because of runic representations, then destroying those runic representations should disconnect them from that.
Are those any runes? Are there runes like that around? We haven't seen anything so far, as far as I know.
Yeah, I don't recall seeing any.
Maybe we have a
No.
walk around the dais.
Yeah. Let's take a look around.
Okay, make search rolls.
More searching. Searching. Oh, 48. That's not too bad.
I'm successful.
Not me.
I failed.
Me too.
I failed.
I think we're saying good.
Nope. You don't find any sort of runic inscriptions or anything.
I was successful.
I know.
Okay, so I find them.
No, you don't.
There's nothing here to find, in other words.
Yeah, I was messing
Okay.
with him.
At least not with a regular success.
Right.
Let's move on then.
Let's get out of here.
And we got any information we needed from this priest's corpse? We know what kind of runes this guy's got, so we know what kind of priest he was.
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah.
Check them out.
Ooh.
In
Check his
fact,
tats.
why are we leaving him down here?
So he can be raised, but then he'll be a zombie
Yeah, so
instead
we
of
can
a
fight him
priest.
again.
He needs to join the alligator buffet.
Well, we have a
Exactly.
new crocodile, so we get feed it to our
Yeah,
one
we can
special
That would be
crocodile.
closer.
A
Much
whole lot
closer.
closer.
My concern is that that's a tame alligator for him. I think, yeah, that's
Yeah, but it's
the
a
guard
corpse.
dog.
It's a corpse.
Yeah.
Just make the water naiad make the dead body splash around in the water until the crocodile comes and bites it and eats it. Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, it's a corpse. It's not a priest anymore. He would come back as a zombie if it was.
Well, he could be a zombie priest if the guy's strong enough who raised him.
He is going to have darkness runes.
Okay.
He probably has a chaos rune.
He has a chaos rune?
Yeah, I think so.
How do humans get chaos runes?
They carved little chaos rune in their skin.
Yeah.
Oh, so is he did it symbolically? He's not actually.
It's like a tattoo, like any other rune you got.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, those actually have impacts on our percentages per se. Technically.
Oh,
Sure,
you would not be able to tell if he had a runic association. No.
Yes.
Okay.
He would not be, he could worship chaos without being a chaos creature.
Yes.
What an awful human being.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
what I'm saying.
Crocodile feed.
Yeah. Read.
Here we are. Find you. Ah, here he is. Okay. He does have serpent tattoos all over himself. He does have a prominent darkness tattoo. And like I said, he did have a small chaos tattoo.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yep, some sort of serpent worshiper.
Weirdo.
Yeah, they're all up and down his arms.
So serpents are usually Arnalda, aren't they?
They're usually earth associated, in which case Ronaldo does do serpents as well, yes.
Correct.
So these
But these are darkness serpents.
serpent tattoos have similar characteristics to earth associated.
What's your cult lord?
Lore.
Mine
Well,
is 30. I'm the
So-
earth person.
for Linkermai, it's 25.
Go ahead and roll it.
Not me. I failed.
I missed.
Okay. Yeah, you're not sure.
All right. Well, we're not leaving his body down here either.
No.
Throw
Right.
him with the crock.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Was there anything else on his body, or did we
Totally
already loot
agree.
the priest?
I think we already
He's been looted.
searched
Yeah,
this
I
guy.
completely agree. We need to make sure we brought those duck bones and take this body with us.
Yeah. Let's get
Yeah,
out of here.
Savros would have gathered all the duck bones himself.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Press on.
Okay.
Get back to the boat. Back to the boat. Get in the boat. Pull.
Seems like we're the only walking things around here that have a brain. So
Yeah.
seems like we've cleaned out the keep and driven away the spirit.
Yeah, there's just that one area we didn't investigate, unfortunately.
Okay, you do not encounter anything getting up to the top.
Okay.
Load in all the stuff you've got to the
Well,
boat.
it's still early in the day, huh?
Well, it's probably about dawn by now.
Yeah.
Everybody's pretty tired.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's get out of here so we can get
I like my river stuff. Ooh, an 01. Uh-oh.
Get in the boat and head on out. Now, remember right, we had to do some skill rolls to make sure we followed the right pathway out, which was intelligence rolls for Devron, right? Or yeah,
Okay.
David.
59.
In what's your intelligence?
20.
Radiac.
Okay.
No different than a restaurant.
Two brainiacs. Went out for a giant squid.
Yeah. Another one of those octopus creatures.
Aim for the head.
Yeah.
Guess I should get rid of that.
I got about 15 minutes left in me.
Brian's looking something up.
Oh, I'm not rushing anyone, and you guys can feel free to continue. I was just letting you know.
I'm
Hopefully within 15 minutes we'll find out if we escape safely.
Yeah. Okay. So you get to the river inlet, right? That comes into the marsh. You start pulling up the river, and there's a group of zombie brew in the marsh behind you. But they can't get deep into the river, and they don't have any missile weapons with them.
Okay.
So you're able to escape that.
Yeah,
Zombie brew.
Yep.
Huh. We haven't seen any brew. Well, anyway. This whole swamp is full of creatures, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Undead stuff.
Yes.
There's rumors of a zombie killer whale swimming out here somewhere. And dinosaurs.
Zombie dinosaurs?
Yep. In fact, there's even a rumor of some bronze dragon out here somewhere. So you go up the river, get back to the village.
Yep.
See if we can find the chieftain.
Yep.
He has not returned, so he's still gone.
Okay, so lock up those chests. Who's carrying the keys? Who wants to be the keeper of the keys?
Subutai had him last.
Yep.
All right.
So we'll say Subutai has them.
Let me make note of that in my inventory.
So we have our rooms that are available. Lock up these chests.
Yep.
You gonna hang out at Grandma Duck's or the Dark Trolls or the inn?
I would think I don't know. For security, probably the Dark Trolls, but we can make a visit to Grandma Duck for if report what we found.
Yeah. Want to make sure that they know that based on Davin and my experience of these passion spirits to possess people, and that's what's happening.
What would you guys call this place for future reference?
It's Marsh Edge.
Marsh Edge.
Yep, that's the name of the village.
Sir?
No, I was referring to the dungeon that we just left.
Oh.
Dungeon.
The Mistress's Palace.
All right.
That's a good thing, yes, the mistress.
Well,
Anyway, I'm sure that grandma dropped in the
I mean, are we going to go up to the temple and have Savros look at each person to see if they're possessed and try to cleanse them?
I was about to say, what are we going to do about the temple? So, something.
Well, I think a question is, are the trolls back?
That's right. No, they're not.
Oh, well, then we don't tell them.
Where'd they go?
They went to go investigate what happened with the chieftain.
Oh,
So now you're,
They went to Runegate, trying to follow him. See what's going on.
okay.
So, can we occupy the building the trolls were in?
Sure.
My suggestion is that we rest and then have Severos discorporate and look for passion spirits throughout the village. That is,
Yeah.
people possessed, or identify who they are, and then we can go about removing those spirits from people in the village. So that'd be my suggestion.
I think that's an excellent idea.
Nice thing to do. Is that
I could use
permission? Why don't we just go back home?
Now we need to figure,
I don't know. Why
I think
why are we
I think
here?
rest it and undo what's going on here and see if Chieftain comes back.
Well, I guess we'll have to work with Mama Duck.
Yeah.
Grandma Duck. Yeah, baptism. Everybody gets marched down to the river, and water elemental will help fight the spirits, and we'll get rid of all these things.
So
Water elementals do not engage in spirit combat.
Well, I'm okay, the Naiad then.
You don't have
So
enough
don't
magic
forget-
room points to summon her again.
Right.
that
That's okay.
the priest in the temple went to where the serpent was and attacked us.
We confirmed that was the same person?
The Thane did, yes.
Oh, okay. Or the chieftain.
Yeah, the old man
Chieftain.
was the high priest of the temple.
Oh, well, we don't like him then.
So we know something's going on with the temple. So
The village
as far as-
temple.
the village temple, correct. So as far as I'm concerned, that is David, the village at large has been overrun by these passion spirits, presumably through the temple that's here. So the first thing to do is to free the people. I mean, our mission was to come down here, figure out what's going on, and presumably not walk away, but resolve it
Fix it.
before we leave. Right?
Maybe the chieftain's been kidnapped inside the temple.
Exactly. He's been kidnapped. He didn't go to Runegate. He's probably in the temple. But we can't assault. I don't see how we can assault the temple all on our own. We need to get the village to help us.
Mhm. Which
So-
goes back to what you said earlier, which I think is the right answer.
Precisely.
It takes a
Thank you.
village.
It takes a village. That's right. And we know that the inn where we were shanghaied is
Yeah.
probably the first place to start freeing people from the.
So what's the
That's-
process there? We got to let Savros rest up and rebuild.
Exactly. We all need to rest up.
Right, especially we want Savros and his fetch to regain all fetch.
Yeah. So he can discorporate and go around on the spirit plane in the immediate area, and he knows what the passion spirits look like. He knows what he's looking for, presumably. We should be able to free the local villagers first, and then, get a mob together and go assault the temple.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yay! Let's do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I definitely want to get a whole bunch of people together with burning torches
And
and
hopefully pitchforks.
pitchforks. Yes, torches and pitchforks, and
And Frankenstein's monster.
that's it.
How
I mean,
far away is Salvaros's temple that sent him to find out about? Maybe, we can enlist additional aid from them if.
Hamakti aid. Yay.
It's
Wasn't that
between
Rune?
here and Rungate.
Okay.
Okay, so out of character, is this when you bring Bob back into the campaign?
If he were a villager here, we could do that.
Oh, to beat. You still got to get with him and roll up his character and backstory him.
Yeah. We can certainly do that.
So,
Yeah.
what's the estimate for how long people have to rest?
We're all totally out of power, right?
I'm out of
Yeah,
rune
out of magic points. Rune points are a seasonal thing. Takes holy days. Magic points regenerate in 24 hours.
Oh,
Hit points, you're talking about weeks if we did. But we've healed all that up, right?
healed him. So
No.
my hit points are good. I'm only down 10 or 5 magic points.
Yeah, we
plus-
need a day of rest.
Yeah, according to my notes, I'm not healed.
How many points of damage do you have?
7.
I'm pretty sure we healed a lot of that.
Yeah.
Well, I was hurt before that too, so
Didn't we do a bunch of first aid on people?
We did.
Yeah.
We did first aid. We used rune points to heal up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're not down more than 1 or 2 points.
How many different wounds do you have?
my left arm and my right leg. But that was written on the 12th of October. Have we played since then?
We played. Yeah, when Scott was with us a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then I forgot to update that in our last session.
Yeah, I think hit point wise we're pretty good.
Yeah, those notes are from the 12th of October.
Yeah, we traded a lot of room points to get everybody back up.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me erase that.
And if worse had come to worse, right, and heal everybody
Okay.
before she gets separated.
That's true. She's got a bunch of rune points. You could do that.
Yeah. So we can assume we're all healed and we're all going to spend 24 hours so all our magic points are up.
Mm-hmm.
So the next time we play, we should be full up on that. Yeah.
Great. Today's the 20th, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
The next game's on the 31st.
Well, is there any? Were there any other that we discovered other than the 2 rings? Oh, there were some scrolls and potions.
Yeah, we should probably take these 24 hours, see if we can figure out what the scrolls and potions are.
Sounds good.
Are there scrolls in this game to cast magic? Or is that what scrolls are for? One use magic?
No, generally scrolls are have information on them to help you increase in skills and stuff.
Increase in skills. Okay.
I got a jam, you guys.
All right.
Night.
All right. Good night.
All right. So should we all just update our magic points for next time?
Yeah, that's what I think, and then I think we can let just so we can.
I just want to make sure there wasn't anything magical that's available that would help us, and we're overlooking it.
Brian can tell us what this other.
Like these slippers or whatever they are.
Yeah. Yeah, I think unless Brian has some other plans playing for the night or in the keep of the night.
Well, we can narrate the discorporation and finding the various people that are in the village that have these passion spirits.
Oh, and make a list.
There's a significant number of them.
Oh, figures.
Less than half, but still. A number of families, folks in the inn, the weapon thing guys that are in the jail.
Oh,
okay.
So these guys are more like they may be involuntarily doing.
Exactly, just like we were.
What were you doing besides standing there? I guess you guys refused a snaky person.
Engage in certain things, yeah. Okay, sound good?
So I think the things are pretty good warriors, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, should we start with them next time? And then
Yes. I think so.
But
before we,
yeah.
How do we know if their trustworthiness has been returned? Would that be just question and answers, and they like, oh,
no, we would.
I don't know what got into us.
Well,
perhaps.
if their spirits are, the spirit driven out of them, then.
Yeah, but I don't want them to give them, well, if they're mean, if they're what do I call it, evil at heart, we give them their weapons, they're going to attack us.
Presumably, Thanes have proven themselves to the chieftain in the
Yes,
village.
Yes.
So I would tend to think that if we could free
Yeah,
them
I
of
hope
the
so.
passion spirits.
I would think that's the thing to do. Okay. We have a plan for start with the chains, then we do the inn, and then we go family.
And I believe we were going to spend that 24 hours not only resting, but investigating the various stuff that we found.
The treasures.
Right, yeah, that goes back to what I was saying. There's also the bookkeeping phase where we find out we did all of this research, whatever items that we don't know exactly.
Yeah. Eventually, we need a total reckoning of treasures and stuff.
Yes, that's what I was thinking, the rest of
I would imagine a restaurant could probably find a battle axe here.
Sit down and you might want to, total it all up and let us know. And then let one of us, other than me, write it all down.
And you go to the armory and get yourself a battle axe, Arestra.
Oh, yeah.
You look kind of weird walking around with it.
That's probably the first thing I do.
Yeah. What is there, like there's a mending spell or something for repair or repairs?
It's called
Yep.
repair.
Mm-hmm.
A repair. I think
I don't know it yet.
My shield has a nick in it.
Yeah, I'm afraid that's the next thing I'm going to have to spend my money on learning. Apparently.
I think we can also trade money for repairs.
Yeah, I mean, you can pay for repairs. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying I don't want to be wandering around a chaos dungeon without an axe because I don't happen to know the repairs.
Yep.
Not going to do that again.
So
Yes.
I guess the Thane would also know if there's any other that could assist with getting rid of the spirits once we cure them.
Yeah, that's true too.
Possibly.
Maybe Mama Duck. Who knows?
Yeah, it's another person asked. We did say we were going to talk to her when
First thing tomorrow morning.
Go see Mama Duck. Grandma Duck.
Grandma Duck. All right. Interesting. Well, we got out of that swamp. Now we got to rectify the situation. All right. Talk me into it. Let's go do it.
Okay. I'll set up for next time.
All right.
Hey, night, everybody.
Yeah. Night.
Night.
Have a good one.
So,
Night.
when are we going to find out what this that we were
What's that?
figuring out rescue?